Yo, what's going on everybody, TK again, and welcome back to another NBA 2K17 rebuilding video. And in today's video, we are going to be rebuilding the Los Angeles Lakers with Josh Jackson, the star prospect that is coming into the NBA in a couple weeks as the NBA draft is approaching, and he could be falling to the 76ers, to the Lakers if they don't draft Lonzo Ball or Fox or draft any other point guard. Josh Jackson could be their man. They have experienced interest into the wing guy who seems like he could be a forgotten guy in the draft and could come out to be a pure superstar, as he is going to the Los Angeles Lakers in this rebuilding video. And this team would be pretty good for the future. They'd have Josh Jackson, D'Angelo Russell, Julius Randle, Jordan Clarkson, Larry Nance Jr., Brandon Ingram, and so many other great guys with cheap contracts. So that's the big thing. Taking a look at the coaching game plan here. D'Angelo Russell would be our point guard, Josh Jackson, Brandon Ingram, and Julius Randle, and then Zubac, who a lot of Lakers fans are so excited for, and I can see why. Huge guy. I think he's 7'6", so it's crazy. Jordan Clarkson still coming off the bench. Let's take a look at these contracts. I really don't think they have that big of a contract besides a couple guys. So we obviously know Timothy Mozgov got that huge contract. Luol Deng also got a huge contract. So those are two contracts we might want to move. And then other than that, they still have $14 million in cap space. And then once we get rid of Luol Deng and Timothy Mozgov, this team will have so much cap space to go into free agency and get something done. So let's go here to the trade finder to see what we can get for both of those players. Two players that are really not going to have a big role this year and probably not even into the future. So let's see if we can just do a salary dump. So we're going to have to get back a huge contract. So I think we're going to do this trade. Omer Kasper, Nikola Pekovic, Pekovic is on a much cheaper contract than Timothy Mozgov. So let's see how much that freed up right there. That freed up a ton. So we're going to have to keep Pekovic. Maybe we might get a big deal at the trade deadline to trade him and get rid of that contract, or even at the NBA draft. So this is what our team's looking like right now. We're not going to be doing too much in the first season until we get to the offseason, make tons of deals. Hopefully we can attract big name free agents like Paul George, maybe a trade with him, and see who we can get. So I'll see you guys at the end of the season. If we do make any more trades during the season, I'll make sure to tell you guys. Okay guys, so coming to the end of the season, Russell Westbrook wins MVP, averaging a triple-double. Crazy numbers out of Russell Westbrook. Joel Embiid wins Rookie of the Year. Mason Plumlee wins Sixth Man. Hassan Whiteside wins Defensive Player of the Year. Nikola Jokic Most Improved, and Steve Kerr wins Coach of the Year. So going through all NBA teams, I don't think we will get any, just because we've got tons of young guys, no defensive. Okay, so let's take a look at the standings. We did want to tank this year, and that's basically what we did. We finished so 14th in the West with a 32-50 record. So we want to tank to get those draft picks. D'Angelo Russell, 18 points, 3 rebounds, 8 assists. He really took over the franchise. Jordan Clarkson, 14. Josh Jackson with 13, 4 and 4. Pretty good year out of Josh Jackson for his rookie year, putting up enormous numbers. Basically out of a rookie, especially with this team. Brandon Ingram, he went out for the year. 8 points and 3 rebounds and 1 assist. So that might be a guy, if he doesn't start producing, that we might have to move on from in the offseason, going down, because we need if he's not going to produce. I've noticed that in a lot of my GMs, he really doesn't produce that well. So if he doesn't start producing, maybe we'll have to move him down. And look at the Timberwolves take down the Golden State Warriors, go to the NBA Finals, and win a championship. Karl Anthony Towns, 20 points, 9 rebounds in the finals. That is crazy. They took out the Warriors in 7 games, and if that didn't happen, the Warriors probably would have won a championship, and that is just crazy right there. So I'll see you guys in the draft, and we'll see if we're going to draft someone or we're going to trade the pick. Okay guys, so here in the draft, we did lose our pick in a win to Philly, so that looks like we're not going to get this year's or next year's pick for the Lakers, and we're kind of doomed for the future right now, because we would have either gotten Lonzo Ball, Markelle Fultz, or someone else of that caliber, but now we don't have both of our draft picks for the next 2 years, so we're gonna have to go straight on trades and free agency for the next couple of years, unless we're gonna trade for picks. And I don't think we're gonna trade a lot to move up in the draft from 27th, which is from the Rockets, because we're gonna have to give up tons of assets. So I think we're just gonna go into the free agency and see what we can do. So here in the team player options, D'Angelo Russell, we're gonna pick up his, Julius Randle, and Larry Nance Jr. And I think that's about it. KD declines, Chris Paul, Karl-Anthony Towns. Okay, so we got a lot of free agents out there this year. No qualifying deals. My free agents, here we go. Josh Jackson is going to test, so I only put him on a 1-year deal. So we're going to have to get him back. I forgot to put him on a multi-year deal, but anyways, we're going to have to grab him back because it's a part of the rebuild. Tariq Black, let's see what he averaged, 6 and 6. Not a bad guy to come off the bench for the minimum. And Howell, he's 25, not that bad. I think that's all we're going to re-sign here. So going to free agency, where we need to get things done. Okay, so let's take a look at the team. We got D'Angelo. Okay, Jordan Clarkson, our backup. We got Josh Jackson, Brandon Ingram. The only place we really need to improve is center and maybe shooting, like center, power forward, and maybe a shooting guard. So let's see out here what we can get done. Let's give KD a contract. He's probably not going to come to us. Okay, Chris Paul, Gordon Hayward. Let's see if Gordon Hayward can give him a contract to come here to Los Angeles. Let's get a trade clause in there. Okay, so we're first on his list. Now, what we really need is the front court. Let's try to get Blake Griffin. Okay. Paul Millsap, I don't feel like giving him a huge contract. Josh Jackson, here's our guy. We're gonna have to sign him, which takes out so much of this, but I think I'm just gonna adjust it so we don't have to pay him that much. And then we're gonna take a look at the shooting guards here. JJ Redick, Dion Waiters. Okay, I'm looking for a backup. Jordan Crawford. What about Lance Stevenson? That's not a bad deal. We already... Okay, now we need the centers. So there's not that many good centers. JaVale McGee seems like a good option. Not a bad contract. So let's see if any of the guys accept. Tariq Black, Blake Griffin accepting another offer. Lance Stevenson. So we're gonna have to go after a new power forward and small forward. Serge Ibaka. I'm not feel like giving him that $20 million contract. David West. What about Tyus Jones on a relatively good contract? So KD's accepting, Gordon Hayward's accepting. Okay. So it doesn't look like we're going to be getting any big free agents as both of them go back to their respected teams. And we do not need a point guard. And I think this year we're just going to get back Josh Jackson, JaVale McGee. And that is about it. Tariq Black. So we get basically back everyone we wanted. Let's go after a shooting guard. I really like Jonathan Simmons. We get him on a pretty relatively cheap contract. So that's about it. Not the best offseason, so that means we're going to have to be making tons of trades. And I think our first is getting rid of Brandon Ingram. Okay, guys, so we just made a huge blockbuster trade with the Minnesota Timberwolves, bringing in Andrew Wiggins for Brandon Ingram and a couple first-round picks when we got back a first-round pick from the Timberwolves. So we're getting Andrew Wiggins, a pure scorer that just came off winning an NBA championship. Last year, he averaged 22 and 4. That's a huge upgrade over Brandon Ingram, who wasn't producing, and he rarely produces anyways over the course of the year. So our team's looking younger as well. We didn't get an older guy, but I'm still looking for one center and maybe a power forward, and we're going to go out and try to get one more. But looking at our team right now, we got a great bench. We just need one more. We need probably, I would classify Andrew Wiggins as a superstar. D'Angelo Russell is one in the making. Josh Jackson as well. If we can go out and get a center right now, I think our team would be very well for this season. So we just went out and got a trade for DeAndre Jordan while giving up Jordan Clarkson in a first-round pick and a second-round pick, and now our team is looking really, really well. But we just need a couple more guards, which I think we're going to sign off free agency. So you got Jeff Green that's out there. We need a shooting guard. Okay, Kyle Korver's out there. That is not that bad, as well as Gerald Green. So we're going to have to release some players, and I think we're going to release Aaron Aflalo. Probably, okay, so we have enough to sign one player. It's either Gerald Green or Kyle Korver. Let's see here. Someone that can shoot. Kyle Korver's obviously a better shooter, but plays defense is the big thing. I think I'm going to go with Gerald Green. I just think he can give us more on the defensive side. And then we need to go after a point guard. So, Joseph Young, I might just sign the best one, Brennan Jennings. So, our team is looking pretty nice right now. Overall, D'Angelo Russell, Andrew Wiggins, Josh Jackson, Larry Nance, and DeAndre Jordan, who's on an expiring deal. And then we got, I might have to trade one of, okay, so we're going to have to trade one of our centers slash power forward. So let's go trade Terrence Jones because I like Zubac. He's 20, and JaVale McGee is just going to be our backup center. So let's see what we can get for Terrence Jones on the open market. We did sign him to a really good deal. We do need 2 guards. That's not a bad option. Let's keep going here. Channing Frye. We don't need a big man. This is an interesting deal. Don't feel like giving him that much, though. Zach Randolph. DJ Augustine's on a pretty big contract. Okay, Corey Joseph. That looks like a really good deal right there to bring in. Ooh, Kelly Oubre and Marcin Gortat. That would be a good deal if we didn't have a lot of centers. But I think I'm going to do this one. Terrence Jones, a second-round pick. Going to the Raptors for Corey Joseph and a first-round pick. So we get a really good guard in exchange for a center that really wasn't going to get that much playing time. So now we're looking pretty good. D'Angelo Russell, Andrew Wiggins, Josh Jackson, Larry Nance, and DeAndre Jordan. So I'll see you guys at the end of the season. Hopefully we can do pretty well and have a pretty big offseason as well. Okay, guys, so here we are. We're going to be trying to trade DeAndre Jordan. Just as the fact is he's on an expiring deal. He hasn't been playing that well. He's been averaging 9 points, 9 rebounds, which is kind of low from his rebounding. I don't mind about his scoring, but still, we're going to try to get him rid of him because we're not going to re-sign him. So, taking a look here, we can get Hassan Whiteside, who's on a 2-year deal. Nicholas Batum, Buddy Hield and Rudy Gay, okay. Harrison Barnes and Nene. Brook Lopez, we really don't need another big man because I like what Julius Randle brings to the table. This is a very intriguing deal. Dario Saric and Jahlil Okafor, both very young, both big men though. So we're gonna try to extend this deal here. So I might just go with this deal, but the other intriguing deal is this one down here. Hassan Whiteside, who's averaging 15 and 13 on a 2-year deal. Who's making $1 million more than DeAndre, but I think this is the best deal to go for. So DeAndre Jordan, Brennan Jennings going over to the Philadelphia 76ers for Dario Saric and Jahlil Okafor. Okay, guys, so coming to the end of the season, Kevin Durant wins MVP, averaging 26 points, 10 rebounds, and 6 assists. Elton Black wins Rookie of the Year. Chris Middleton wins Six-Man Award. Andre Drummond, Defensive Player of the Year. Dante Exum, Most Improved. Ron Adams wins Coach of the Year of the Golden State Warriors. So taking a quick look here at the standings, Golden State finishes 66 and 16. Houston 51 and 31. Philly 57 and 25. Okay. George Hill. That's a good team. Okay, so they got DeAndre coming off the bench. So that's a right team. I don't know how they beat the Cavs in that Eastern Conference. Wiggins 18, D'Angelo 18, Josh Jackson 14, Dario Saric 10, Randall 9, and then everyone else did mediocre. And we did not make the playoffs this year either. Tough go-around here in LA as we didn't get a first-round draft pick. And it looks like Golden State and Philly, and Golden State's going to sweep the Philadelphia 76ers. So I usually do 3 rounds, but since we didn't get all of our first round picks, and since I haven't done this in a while, tell me guys in the comment section what you guys think about this. If you guys want me to continue doing these rebuilds, make sure to hit that like button and comment and subscribe. And so thank you guys for watching. It's been your boy T Gamer and Tommy, and I'll catch you guys next time.